Hi, I'm Rachel Levin, and I've just been buzzed. We had a great interview. It was so much fun. Go watch it if you wanna have fun too.
Well, let's bring him out. Here's Eric Cartman.
Whatever.
Hey guys, it's Rachel, and I bought every concealer in Sephora, which was $1,200. There was 44 total, and I'm gonna try every single one.
Texting me at 10 p.m. asking, can you talk? I'm already calling, I could tell something was off.
I think in the order of most exciting / important to me, obviously, I love being an influencer, right? Love everybody. Music, favorite thing right now. And then I also love running the makeup brand too. Like, I love the creative part of that. I think whenever I take on a new project, the newest thing is always the most exciting thing, but I don't take on, it sounds like I take on a lot of projects. I'm really maxing out at like 3, 4, okay, 5. I would max out at 5 projects. But yeah, I think I kind of bounce around by like level of excitement, but I'm still equally as passionate as each thing. It's just like what sounds fun that day.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I'm gonna do a video on how to cover up like those dark circles that you get under your eyes, since no one seems to really have videos on how to actually cover them up. So just thought, might as well go ahead.
When I first started posting on YouTube, like, I did not know that any of this was gonna happen. I did it as a hobby because I just had no friends in high school, so it was mostly just like you know when you watch something a lot, you like do that thing in your head, right? So I was watching a lot of makeup tutorials, so I was doing makeup tutorials in my head and out loud as I did my makeup for school. So I was like, I should probably just make a YouTube video for fun. Did not expect anybody to see it. Honestly, my preferred method at the time probably would have been no one to see it, but people did see it. I've grown a very thick skin within the span of 1 weekend because of it. But yeah, I didn't know that that was gonna happen though. Stop it.
What? It is out of stock. But I need cheek stain.
Why don't you just wear regular blush?
No, my regular blushes don't stay on.
Sucks to suck.
No. It doesn't suck to suck. I'm gonna make my own.
So I didn't actually have one moment where something took off. It was like a very long, slow burn where with like each video, I just learned a little bit more. And then I kept posting and learned a little bit more. There was not like one video that like immediately took off. I know a lot of people will be like, oh, your Disney princess videos. But I'm like, yeah, but I still had the same amount of followers, you know, before that video. It did get me a wider audience, but it wasn't like an entirely new experience because it was like over the course of 10 years, like each time it did a little bit better. I didn't have that like overnight blowing up and being like, whoa, this is so new. I don't know how to go about my life with this, because I just got to learn with each milestone. I went to college for 1 year. I went to Penn State. Great school, you know, I think. I don't know. I only have one experience with college. But I was like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do YouTube full time instead of doing the next year of college. And then worst comes to worst, I can always come back. I can always come back. I have a full ride. I'll figure it out, you know? Which, by the way, like when you have a full ride, if you don't go back, they make you pay it back just for your own future reference. Didn't know that. But yeah, so I was like, I'm just going to not go to school and just continue focusing only on YouTube, right? Didn't tell my parents, like would drive out of the house, then sneak back into the house, like pretend that I'm leaving to college every single day for a year. My mom actually found out that I stopped going to school like years later in an interview. She like called me, she was like, what do you mean? Oh, you didn't go back to school? Yeah. Well, because we got the bill. And she was like, that makes sense with that bill. I was like, yeah, I didn't go to school. She doesn't mind though. She was like, okay, fine. I think my dad's still a little bit like, you need to go back to college. And I'm like, no, I don't think I do. Yeah, but like, I love that he's so wanting me to always be okay. Like, that's a beautiful love thing on his end. Dad, I will not be going back to college, but I love that for you, that you went to college. Amazing.
should really find someone. Don't you feel so alone? Who says I'm not better off when I am on my own? Long as I got all my friends, Bobby doesn't need no kin.
Always wanted to do music. Social media was like a thing I ended up doing, but I like before going to bed, like I would force my dad to let me sing a Hillary Duff song with him, and we had to perform. It had to be like a hardcore performance. He was a backup dancer, I was a singer, like we had to go hard, and then I'd be like, okay, fine, I will now sleep. But so I've always wanted to perform and sing, but it wasn't until like 10 years ago when I was making a video with one of my friends, and he was like, oh, I work with this singing songwriter and producer, they're so good, like you should work with them. And I was like, oh my gosh, like life didn't ever slow down enough to be able to consider focusing on the other dream that I had, because it shifted and went into social media. And then I was like, you know what, like I actually do have the capacity to do this well. And 10 years later, then I actually do it. But yeah, no, I've always wanted to do singing.
I wrote a song for my best friend, and this is her before ever actually hearing it. Hi. Now I'm also crying.
I'm at the point where I'm so aware that like, if you don't like my music, the best life hack is to just not listen to it. And you're not the demographic of who I'm making music for. The demographic is people that like my music. And so I'm finding that, and it's like such a beautiful experience to see messages from people being like, oh my gosh, this song like made me feel so much. Like the fact that I can move someone's emotion with a song is like crazy to me. So every time I get one of those messages, I'm like, oh my goodness, wait, that's so crazy, in a good way, like positive crazy. But yeah, it's very surreal. You know, so there are people that love me, but they might not love my music. And I'm sure there are people that love my music that don't know me, but I have a tricky time believing that, because I'm so far the only thing in peace promoting my songs, you know? So it's like there's not necessarily like there's not like a label behind me that's like pushing it to everybody. It's me doing it. So I think it's like there is a piece of my audience that does love my music, and there's a piece that are not into pop music, and that's totally fine. I mostly post on Snapchat now, where I used to post on YouTube, and I had people start coming up to me being like, I love your Snapchats. They didn't even know I did YouTube. And I'm so used to people knowing me from YouTube that I was like, oh my gosh, whoa. Do you like my Snapchats? Because those are even more me than my YouTube videos. So my YouTube videos were like scripted videos, whereas like my Snapchats are just like me throughout the day. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Like, you like me, how fun.
So this is gonna be on fire?
Yes.
And I'm gonna hold it.
You're gonna hold it. And this. Drop it if it's too hot though. Ah! How? How are you still on fire? Ow. Ow. Oh! That better look cool on camera.
The next thing you can expect is my live performance of this current song, IDWABF. Then you can expect 2 more happy songs, and then all the sad songs. And then obviously just more social posts. Like I'll never really stop making social posts. And then new products from the makeup brand, but more refillable. All of my usernames on every single social media are RCLBeauty101. But if you want to hear my songs, just search Rachel Levin on Spotify or Apple Music or Deezer, or honestly any music release platform, you could find it. Hi, my name is Rachel Levin, and you've just been buzzed.